just finishing up a little bit of podcast action that we're doing here for boxing here in Vegas. And while we're in the gym, it just kept bringing to my mind a lot of things we've been talking about real estate in the market for 2023, and now we're rolling into 2024. So I want to share a couple things to you real quick with what's going on. A lot of people are seeing on things like YouTube and the internet and media and all those types of things is just please remember that we are living in a world of clickbait, right? You gotta be careful what you're listening to. There's so much negativity out there. Why? Because that sells. People love to sell fear. So please remember that when you're looking at anything about real estate market right now, because you got a lot of people trying to sell fear and it's grabbing your attention. It's hooking you in, folks, and you're wanting to hear all that fear, right? And it makes you react in so many different ways. But what I wanted to share with you, that there's also reports coming out too from really solid analysts that study the real estate market and know what they're doing. They follow the numbers, they follow the history and the trending. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of positivity going on in a lot of different directions for real estate for 2024. Interest rates already started coming down the end of 23. And in 2024, our Fed, Jerome Powell, has slated 3 to 4 rate drops in 2024. We already went from a little over 8% in 23, and by the time Christmas hit us, we were hitting down around 6.25 now. So this is amazing, and that already picked up the market substantially. When it went from just a little over 8 down to 7.6, that first drop, 3% increase in sales across the United States. So that's something to really think about. And then we have more rate drops coming down. So the number that a lot of these analysts are coming up with, okay, that seem to move the markets, this is one thing we really want to keep an eye out for, seems to be 6%. That interest rate, when that hits right around 6%, things start to happen, because a lot of sellers and buyers start to feel like this is a number we can work with. A lot of people got used to 3 and 4% rates back in COVID, and then even dipping down into the 2s, right, which were totally just, those were rates that were just totally artificially made to get things moving at that time, right, and keep them moving. But here we are today, rates have shot up over 8, now we're coming back down 6.25 right now, and we're again slated for a couple more rate drops here in 2024. So keep that in mind. There's huge buyer demand. There is huge pent-up sellers as well, because they've been locked in on that rate, and they're getting rate fatigue today. That's what's happening right now. They're getting fatigued by that rate. They're staying in the house. Maybe they're not that crazy about it, or for whatever reason they need to move, they need to upsize, they need to downsize, they've grown family, or maybe lost some family, or they want the single story, who knows what it is, or the neighbor's driving them crazy. Let's go, let's get out of here, you know? We got to make a move. And these were the people that did make the moves in 2023, and we were able to employ all kinds of different strategies to help them make that move, with things like rate buy downs, long-term or short-term. We made it happen. So anyways, I wanted to share with you too, a couple things that are going to keep things moving too, besides just the interest rates dropping. We got family ties. They're saying 21% of most moves in 2024 are going to be related to family. People making the moves to be closer to family. Bigger space. People are realizing too, they're homeschooling and they're working from home, you know, and a lot of times through COVID, I did the same thing. They moved a gym into the home, right? So now people are deciding, you know what, I want more space in my house now. So there's going to be moves for that. And then of course there's always the downsizers, there's the vacation homes, there's people with tons of equity that want to make moves, and maybe they want to buy more properties for their kids. Legacy real estate, that's another big thing that's going to be going on for 2024. And of course relocation, that's always a thing too. So what I wanted to share with you too, just so you know, in 2021 we had 6.1 million sales across the United States. In 2022 we had dropped down to 5.1 million, and in 2023 we're going to be landing at just under 4 million, right around 3.9 million in sales. That's how slow it was in 2023. But those numbers are projected to jump up to about 5.3 million in 2024. So we're going to, or I'm sorry, 4.3 million. 4.6 for 2024 and 5.3 in 2025. I'm sorry, let me get those numbers right for you. Again, 4.6 in 2024, and then a projected of 5.3 by 2025 in sales across the United States. So keep all that in mind, and remember, don't follow the masses. As a friend of mine said, sometimes the M is silent in that word masses. When you're following the masses, you might be following the asses. So anyways, hope this all helps. 2024 I think is going to be a very exciting year, and if those rates do hit around that 6% or even dip below it, guess what? Prices are going up. Okay? Until then, this is Cash. Talk to you next time.